What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, we've got a couple things I want to try and do while I'm on this particular episode. So there's two things I need to unlock now. Coal power is a big one, and steel production is the next big one. I really want coal power because it is a much more efficient solution for power than biomass is. So we're going to select this one first. But after that, we're really going to need steel production, because I think that's what this is going to require next. I also, by the way, put this thing in semi-incorrectly. So I might dismantle it, move it a little bit, and put it somewhere where it makes a little more sense, just because it bothers me having it backwards like this. On one of these sides, there's actually a computer terminal, and it just makes sense to me to have that. Yeah, see? So like this should actually be on the other side of the whole thing. So these motors and modular frames, the motors in particular, are part of steel production. So I have to do that in order to complete this. But coal power is going to make... Well, first of all, coal power is required to make steel, because as it turns out, you need iron ingots and coal to produce steel ingots. The reason I know this is because I have been testing and playing multiplayer with this. My buddy Ryan, who's been in numerous of my multiplayer videos, has been playing another save file with me and helping me learn a lot about the game as we kind of figure it all out together. So we still want to do a multiplayer recording of this, and I'm sure we will at some point. I've actually got 3 people that are all interested and have all reached out to me wanting to do multiplayer of it, so it's certainly going to happen. But part of that means that I've learned about things that'll make it more efficient. So the format of these videos going forward will probably also be I'll probably start an episode either by myself or with them, get the basics going, and then by the time the next episode is started, we'll have kind of refined everything at that level. And so, like, for example, we'll get coal and hopefully steel production in this episode. And then by the time the next episodes come up, I'll sort of showcase part of what we decided to do and continue building it, but have some of it already in place so that it sort of maybe doesn't need to be done right from the beginning the entire time. Okay, so we have 19 reinforced iron plates already. That's great. We also need 200... just come over here. So I need 500 of these, and I need 200 cables. Well, I've got 356, so that's not an issue either. So we'll just craft the 200 cables after we'll just craft the 200 cables. And then I'll figure out the rotors, which I know involve screws and iron rods. So that's really not even going to be that hard to do. So we'll just craft these out. It doesn't take long. I really should consider automating this, but I would rather just, for the moment, have the wire and turn it into cables when I need it. It may be worth it to automate them later, but if I do... Oh, I need 200. Okay. Or rather, when I do, I'm sure I will... I guess another thing that I'm kind of driving at here that I've learned from playing multiplayer is it's not necessarily a bad thing either to have a couple different building modules, sort of, I guess. I'm not really sure exactly how I would term it. So this is great when you're still running on biofuel. One smelter, one thing of iron, putting all of this stuff together along a little chain, and if sort of building individual pieces and finished products all in one assembly line. So that's fine for that, but it's also probably faster and more efficient to produce final pieces in their own assembly line. So it would probably be better to instead double up on all of this so that I'm producing the individual pieces in their own storage capacities, but then I have a completely separate set of smelters, miners, and part production that are just focused on producing this, not storing any of it. So, but again, that brings us back to coal power, because you need something more efficient than the biomass, or biomatter to do it. Okay, So I've got the cables that I need. I'm going to turn those in now because I've already got them. But now I'm a little bit short on cables. But it'll not take that long. How much do I need to produce rotors? I think rotors are like 6. Wait, do I have? Oh, I do have. Alright, we'll turn that into one of those. And I am going to try and get more Caterium soon-ish. But again, coal production seems like a good way to go for that. I was going to look up the rotors. That's what it was. So I need 3 iron rods and 22 screws per rotor. So for me to do this, I really need 75 iron rods, and then oh, Christ. I'll figure it out in a minute here. Alright, 75 iron rods. Just combine those. So 25 times 22, I mean, 20 times 20 is what, 400, I think? And then 5 times 2 would be 10, so it's like... screw it. Do I have enough rotors? 22 rotors. I'm actually going to be a little bit short on rotors. Oh, that's alright. We'll craft the ones we've got. That'll give us 22 rotors. By the time I'm done with the rotors, then I only need 3 more. So I'll just go grab some more screws. I could probably just grab a whole nother stack of them. And then we just need the reinforced plates. If I just grab those, that ought to do it. Yeah, reinforced plates and the copper wire. And I wouldn't be surprised if the wire's ready to go at this point either. So we'll just make 1, 2, 3 more of those. So we're good on rotors. I also wanted to check this real quick. Here's another little tip for everybody. Miner is producing 45 a minute while overclocked. So if I look down at this... Okay, so you notice how it says impure? Impure resources are harvested at half the normal speed. So this is probably, you know, at first one of the things that attracted me to this location was the abundance of iron and the near, kind of how all the resources were nearby one another. But that particular source of iron produces at half the normal rate. If you have a pure source of iron, it actually gives you 60 ingots, which could also be speeding up my production and whatnot. If I'd overclocked it, I wouldn't have the same problem I've been having. I wonder if my copper source is pure or impure. Copper is normal, so the normal one produces 60 per minute. So there you go. Kind of shot myself in the foot with that one a little bit. Alright. Hoop. But that's okay. It's part of learning the game. Alright, and then the limestone is just limestone, and it's normal anyway. I don't know if you can you get impure limestone? I guess you must be able to. Also, I wanted to look at this. So this one is slightly overclocked, and it is consuming 23. The other one consumes 20. So that's part of my other thing, too, is those produce 50? Sorry, yeah, 20 base, but if you overclock them to 250%, they should give you 50 megawatts of power. Coal plants produce 50 megawatts of power at a base without being overclocked at all, and they consume a lot less fuel, a lot less quickly. So I'm really excited to get to coal here. Alright, so here's another 500 wires, so that's fine. Here's 25 rotors, so that's good. Let's put the leftover screws away, and then we'll go check the reinforced plates and see if I've got the 25 that I'm after. Chances are I won't, but I'll be very close. I have 26. I actually do have enough. All right. So we'll pull those out. And we'll drop them off. And we'll have coal as an option. There you go. And while that's doing that, I'm actually going to craft biomass.
Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. An increased focus on the explore and exploit pillar is recommended. Coal is 125% more efficient than biomass and can be automated.
Yep. But I still need to be sure that I have enough biomatter or biofuel to get through however long it takes me to reach that point, so we're going to make sure I can do that. I also probably need to do a little bit of research of some stuff since the last time I came back. Alright, so here's the biofuel. Probably going to store the shard for now. And there's a good chance that once I actually have all of the coal research done, and I've actually found a source of coal and powered it and whatnot, that I will start to phase out biofuel entirely. I'll just build multiple coal generators together. I'll have them strung together on a conveyor system with a miner and just call it good. Another thing that I'm looking forward to showing you guys that I discovered is really cool is the trucking system. I believe I've got that somewhere in there, but you can build a truck. And one of those things that you can do is after you build a truck station and you can pipe stuff into the truck station, which has its own storage, you can configure it to either load or unload. Then you can build a truck and you can drive it. And while you're driving it, you can record the path that you're actually taking. Logistics Mark III, steel production, foundries, miners, Logistics Mark II. Do I really not have this yet? When do we get it? We get it somewhere. I can't make it now, can I? Did I already pick it up? Power. Okay, there's our coal generator and whatnot, which requires rotors, cables, and frames. Nope. Oh, yeah, we can't. Okay, I do have it already. Sweet. So you need the rotors, you need the frames, you need beacons and whatnot. But what we can do is we can actually record the path of the truck and then set it on autopilot. And it will drive resources back and forth between wherever you set up those truck stops. Which is so cool. And it doesn't just follow the literal path. If it gets stuck, they've programmed these well enough that they'll actually back up, course correct, and try again so that they can find a path that'll take them the right way. So if they hit a little bump somewhere or whatnot, you don't have to worry about them getting stuck, which is just the coolest thing in the world to me. Is that quick wire? Yeah, okay. So let's put away the wood and the biomatter and the biofuel. The last one I'm going to stick in here because I think it was running low. So I've got 18 more, and I'll just stick it in that one because I can, and then I've still got 2 full stacks of the stuff left. So we'll deposit those, and I'll deposit the pale berries. I'll deposit that and that. I'm going to keep the nuts on me just so that I can heal with these if I run into trouble. Alright, so now we got to find coal. Which might be a very, very long way away, but in this case it's worth it. Wow, really? Alright, so 735 behind me, 950, 1075, although, yeah, see, I'm getting ahead of myself here again. If I'm going to do this, I really should consider bringing some stuff with me. Oh, and I also need to set steel production as my next milestone. Alright, so that's set. I'm not going to worry about doing it yet, but it's set. So I think what I'm going to do... I probably need to build some stuff that'll make it easier for me to do this. Let's start by getting what I need to build a portable miner. 4 iron plates, 8 wire, 4 cables. Okay. So, I think I said 4 of these. Uh, 8 wires and 4 cables. So why don't I just grab the 31 that are there, and we'll call that good. That should be more than enough for the cables and whatnot. So I'll start by just finding the thing. Then I can basically craft, or I can take the portable miner with me. What am I doing? Cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I really want those blade runners, but I gotta wait on that. Okay, so let's craft the portable miner. Alright, now let's go find the coal. Okay, what else do I need for... Let's look up some stuff here. Okay, what do I need for a miner? I've got the portable one, but what do I need for the actual miner? Miner Mark 1 would take me 5 things of concrete and 5 things of rods. So let's go grab those. I'm kind of just going to put together my shopping list and take it with me, so to speak. 1... 2... 3... 4... 5. And then I said concrete, yeah. Yep. Concrete should be just completely capped out at this point, almost. Oh, maybe not. Alright, well, let's just grab a stack of 50. That should be more than enough to do what I want to do. It's just concrete. I've got plenty of that. Probably have more of that than I really know what to do with, to be honest. Okay. Alright, so that'll give us a miner. If I grab a stack of plates... okay. I know I just grabbed 5 rods and that was it, but I think I'm going to grab a whole bunch. Put the 5 away, we'll just grab a stack of 100. And I'll do the same thing with the plates. Since I believe that's all I need to craft storage. Which is an organization, storage container, yeah, plates and rods. And maybe I ought to actually... Yeah, okay. There's a few more things I should look into making. Production... Craft bench is just those same 2 things. Same goes for an equipment workshop if I need that. If I'm going to make a coal generator up there for whatever reason, I'll need to power things. Which I'll have to do if I'm going to make a portable miner. So, what do I need for a coal generator? I need 5 rotors and 15 cables and 3 of the modular things. Sorry. I'm only bringing along a very few number of wires, so let's actually grab 150 something. It's fine. Okay, so the rotors and the modular frames are actually going to be a bit of a pain. They're not super difficult. The modular frames, however, kind of suck. Those I need a bunch of if I'm going to make it work. Alright, so take those. That might actually be enough to build everything I need to build, except I'm going to need screws. Sorry, those aren't screws. Screws are over here. Okay. Maybe I'll just grab the reinforced plate out of the box and take that with me. Probably be a better plan. Alright. So... when I get up there... Oh, right. Let's make those modular frames. I mean, the idea is that I've got what I need Yeah, I can make 3 with these, which is exactly what I need, so fine. And I needed 5 rotors, I think. Coal generator, yeah, and then I also need 15 cables. So let's just throw those together. But the idea is when I get up there, I'll actually make a coal generator, a crafting bench, a miner Mark 1. I won't need a smelter for coal, but then I can make just a conveyor belt to a storage, and that should be enough to get me started. And then I can either pipe it back here with conveyors, which seems like it'd take a while, but at least it'd get here. Or I can find some other better method. Either way, we'll just sort of see what happens. Okay. So, looking for coal. I know there was some back behind me, about 700-something meters that way. Yeah, okay, 660 meters that direction. That's fine. I'm going to go to that one. We can decide how to best get the coal back here at some future date. Let's grab the barrel nuts on the way, as I might need them at some point. 500. Oh man, really? Okay, I'm beginning to change my mind about this. Yeah, nope, suddenly I don't want to go that way. That's going to be a tremendous pain to try and pipe all the way back. I mean, I don't know that these are going to be any better because they're a long way out. But if I can basically walk a long, flat distance away in a direction, that seems like it would be better in the long run than trying to mess with a whole bunch of vertical ups and downs like over a mountainside to do it. So I'm instead going to head to this one that's 950, 960, whatever it is away, and see if maybe that one's any better. Still not really keen on the idea of piping it back 900 meters, but take what I can get at the moment. As long as it's more accessible, even if it's a long walk. Okay, 702. There's one that's 971 away. Huh. So I think that up there is a yellow slug. Yellow slugs, once researched, can actually be converted into 2 power shards, I think is what they're called, instead of the 1. Okay, 400 meters away this direction. And hey look, another slug. I will probably try to grab it while I'm here. Oh crap, I hate those things. They're bad for you. And I have never been able to kill them with the little shocker stick that I'm holding. Oh, crap, really? Oh, I know exactly where this is, too. God damn it, okay. Well, I need to basically... Crap. What am I hearing? Ah, 2 of them. Because, of course, there's 2 of them. Don't you dare knock me over the side. I will be extremely angry. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, we got him. So, we're going to have to build basically a series of foundations and ramps to get over there. Which I mentioned in my last episode is something I should have done and didn't do in order to... Ah, crap, I'm going to wish I had brought more concrete. Yeah, lesson learned. Oh, really? These goat things are over here too. Okay. Well, I'm definitely making this a lot harder than I needed to. Alright, so there's my foundation. It'll at least get me here. Let's make a small ramp on the other side. I have to go back now for concrete anyway, but I'm going to need to make... Yeah, see, there's the coal right over there. I'm going to need to make a rebar gun now. Because it's the only item that I've ever been able to use to unlock, or to kill those things. Alright, but at least... knowing where I am now... Oh, you know what? Huh! That's kind of fun. Here's another little interesting detail, guys. I think I might have already mentioned this actually in the last episode or one before it. This map is not procedurally generated. The resources, as far as I'm aware, as well as the actual terrain and whatnot, are all pre-built. So, after some time, because it is a very large area, I mean, it's huge. I really can't stress how big an area this actually is. But after some time running around in the same areas a few times, you start to figure out where you are. So, this is obviously my little home base. It's the preferred one that I've found, but not that far away. That coal source that I just left is actually the same coal source that Ryan and I are using to funnel power to our base in the multiplayer one that we've got going. And our home base is approximately over there-ish. Kind of off through the trees back that way. Which, similar to this one, has a lot of good resources nearby it, but it doesn't necessarily have quite the same flat, open areas for building in. Which can make it a little bit tricky, but that's fine. Alright, let's get this figured out, shall we? Is that the moon? Yeah. And the bird thing. Okay, so the first thing I need to do for sure is actually... Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. First thing I need to do is get my buck back over here and... Oh, can I even make... Yeah, I should be able to make this. Oh, man, but I need 25 more rotors and 25 iron plates. Reinforced iron plates, plus the 1,000 of those. God, okay. I need it, though. I have to have a rebar gun to kill those things. I've not found any other way to do it, so... Okay. That's gonna mean more screws and more rods. Just grab another 100. I should have way more than enough. And we'll just grab another 500 screws. I don't know if I've had enough time. Wait, don't I have 25 or more on me? Reinforced iron plate 1. Did I use... Oh, that's right. I used the others to craft the modular frames. So, at least I've got like 10 now. I will need another 15, but at least I have those. It's going to take time for me to get the rest of this stuff put together anyway, so I guess it's not going to kill me too much. Let's put together the rotors. 25. Okay, so there's 25 rotors. Just put those away. Then I'll just go get 1,000 more wire. Should have plenty enough for that. And 118 left over besides. Which then just leaves me with the reinforced plates, And I could just make the last 15. In fact, I can just make the last 15 right now. A little expensive. I might need to grab another stack of plates before I actually go out there to do anything, but sure. I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Alright, let's throw it all in there. 25 reinforced plates, 1,000 wires, ship it out. Alright, now, to make a rebar gun, what do I need? I need, of course I do, 6 more reinforced plates. I will need some more screws, but that's not hard. And I've got far more than enough rods, so that's no big deal either. So, to make 6 more reinforced plates, what do I not have enough of? Screws? Yeah. I'll just go grab another stack of screws. I'll need them anyway for the gun. Just grab like a 271 stack. That ought to do it. I hope. I only need to make 6. That's 24 times 6 in terms of screws. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be enough to make the rebar gun. And it needs to be loaded using rebar. Each point of rebar, unfortunately, costs 1 rod, but I'm going to make like 30 shots with it. That should be more than enough. Okay, so I'm going to go grab another stack of concrete. I'm going to offload the stuff I don't need with me in my storage box, so I hopefully don't get into too much trouble, and then we'll go finish off those goat things and start trying to build our coal production plant. I'm sorry, what did I say? It was concrete. I needed concrete. Because, of course, like an idiot, I grabbed a stack of 50 and was just like, that'll be enough, and didn't realize I would need to build a bridge. Bring extras, kids. Safety margins are a good thing. Alright. That's it. I'm happy with it. Oh, wait, I was going to offload stuff I didn't need to bring with me. That's important. Mostly I did not want to bring the slugs or the carapace with me. I mean, most of the rest of this stuff I actually do want and or need to bring with me, so equip that. Load it. It isn't the most efficient weapon in the world. It's only 1 shot at a time. Okay, I think it's this one that's 740, 700 something away. Yeah. I think, I'm not positive, but that one over there, that might actually be the one that we're using in our multiplayer game. I think it is. That would make sense positionally. About 700 meters to the east, and then a little further south from that is actually where we are. We just had to... I say we. Ryan has actually thought who did most of the work on that one. He conveyored it all the way out there. Okay, so we're going to take this guy out because I hate these things. Basically, you can wait for them to try and shoot at you, and then when they move, you can take a shot. Now, I found alien organs, but I don't think they do anything yet. Alright, so it should be this one. 400 meters, pretty much straight that way. We haven't been able to research with them. We haven't been able to use them for anything. They haven't popped up in any crafting recipes or anything. They're just kind of there. I hope I do not regret crafting only 30 shots. You can carry 50 in a stack, but I was kind of trying not to go overboard on using up my rods because I knew I was going to need some when I got over here. Let's actually also eat 6 of these to get our health back to full before I get in here and start fighting with them. Because who knows what's going to happen. I also believe there's a cave actually around here somewhat nearby that I would rather not deal with just at this moment if I don't have to. And I really shouldn't have to, so I don't know why I would. Huh, are they just... they're gone now? They decided not to show up here? What's the deal? And what is this? Raw quartz. Never seen this. Alright, well now we have some, so that's something else I gotta take back home and get examined. Now this thing, pure? Pure. Excellent. Okay, so here's what needs to happen. I actually need to equip the portable miner. Right? Maybe? Yeah, okay. Portable miner first, because I need to have the coal. So here's my thought process behind that. I need to make the portable miner and have it gather up a bunch of coal. Then I can break it down. And when I do... well, pick it up. And when I do, I'll also get a full stack of coal, which I can then put into the coal power plant once built in order to power the Mark I miner. Okay, there's these things too. I haven't gotten any one of these in our single-player playthrough yet. No idea what they do. I think WIP means work in progress, so they haven't actually implemented those into the game yet. Maybe I have picked one up. I don't know. I think they say there's something radioactive about them. I don't really remember. What is this? Oh, more coal. Okay, well that's fine too. We can break this down. And with the 30 or 40 coal we'll get out of it. 40 or 50? Wow. This is giving me a lot more coal than I thought it would. Okay, that's excellent. So yeah, with that coal, I can probably make this whole thing a lot faster. So let's head over here. And see how fast this thing has done its job. How are we looking? Wow! That was quick. Okay, now I have 162 coal. Great. Okay, so let's build our Mark I miner. And I'm going to shift it so it's facing that way. Now to do this, I need a... well... you know what I kind of want to do? I think I'm actually going to break this down. And then I'm going to make a bigger foundation. Apparently I can't... can I not? There we go. I was going to say, can I not just build it off of that? Because that would be ideal. Sure. Do those... are those... do they take up more? 6, 6. No, they're exactly the same. Okay, so let's just keep building with these. I would just kind of like to give myself a little bit of a platform to operate on. I don't want to make it huge, because if I make it too big, I'm not going to have enough stuff to do everything else I need to do with it, but... alright, let's stop there for the moment. Okay, power. I need to make a coal generator. I didn't replace the rotors I used. Okay, so in that case, I need to make a crafting bench. Which I can actually just... ah, shoot, sorry. Put right over here in the corner. Close enough. Alright. Here's hoping I have enough. Can I make 5 rotors? Oh, I can make exactly 5 rotors. Perfect. So that should be what I need to make the... Where'd it go? Coal generator! Alright, these things are big. But that's fine. Alright, so just... put it down over here. I don't mind. Make a conveyor belt over to that. Can't afford because I'm, of course, 1 plate shy. Son of a bitch. Okay, that really, really sucks. Is there any source of iron that's, like, right nearby that I can just go grab a little tiny bit from? Alright, there's a little bit over that way. I'm just going to walk over there and get the iron I need and come back. I only need 1 more plate to get this thing set up. That's it. That's all I need to rig it up. Or at the very least, that's all I need to rig up the coal production. Are you iron? You are iron. You are pure iron, no less. So let's just crack this thing open. What I might wind up doing, actually, is with the coal that's over here, I may wind up... I'll kind of walk back and forth for a little while, but I think the eventual idea will be I might make my steel production just over here, and then I can set up trucking stations and ship whatever I need back and forth between the two. Because there's iron over there and coal over here, which means I've got everything I need to make steel. The only thing that might not be right here is maybe limestone or something, but that's probably not that hard to find either. Okay, so you're going to craft into iron ingots. It'll take me a little bit, but I'll just do it with all these, and then I will craft those into iron plates. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Let's maybe not make all of them into iron plates, but we'll make like 10 of them. Okay. Now, conveyor belt to there. And then I'm going to need, I guess, a power line from there to there. Missing cables. Right, I got to make cables. I brought enough wire for that, though. It's not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. Cable that to that. I'll worry about power lines and whatnot in a little bit. Oh, and then I actually do need to, you know, power the generator. So, just stick some fuel into it. So look at that. 50 megawatts of power right off the bat. And this thing, with the Mark I being in pure coal, is going to crank out 120 coal per minute without being overclocked. So I think what I'm eventually going to do here, by eventually I actually mean pretty soon, is I'm going to make a truck station. We'll set up a conveyor belt that goes between this and the trucking station, and we'll just ship this coal into the trucking station. I will probably need to actually increase the speed of this conveyor, because that's the other thing. This is cranking out 120 a minute, right? But these conveyors, the Mark 1s, these only transport 60 resources per minute. So I need double that speed to even move the coal fast enough to get it out of that machine. And this thing's going to be backed up in a minute anyway. Like, this is so overkill, it's ridiculous. So if I set up a shipping route from here to there for coal, and I increase this so that it's actually providing a lot of extra coal, through a splitter, I can send that into a trucking station and just ship ridiculous amounts of coal back and forth, and I'll have power taken care of over there as well. So the next thing I need to do, I think, is probably figure out what I want for the, I guess, for the trucking station. What do I need for that? Vehicles, I'll need the truck station, which is going to be 10 more modular frames, 5 more rotors, 25 cables. And I will need to build a tractor, which is 5 beacons, 10 rotors, and 2 more modular frames. And really, the truck station thing, I need to build 2. Because I need to have... brain is not working. I need to have a receiving and a shipping station. So I need one of them that pipes all of the coal into the truck, and then the other one that pulls it out of the truck. So we'll head back to our little home base and see what sorts of resources we've crafted in the meantime. While we're at it, we'll also set our next milestone back to steel production. Offload some of this excess stuff I don't need. Good chance I'll actually just build the truck. You know what, though? Do I have enough for the storage? Organization, storage container, 24 slots for... Yeah, okay. Sorry, before I go back, I'm actually going to change this a little bit. I'm going to set a storage container in between. I'm going to break that conveyor belt, set a storage container that goes in between them. That way I can offload all of the excess into the storage container, and whatever's left over can get piped into the generator. That actually means I might have to start it a couple of times while I'm still out here if I do this the wrong order. But I think it's worth it. Okay, so storage container... Ship it in this way, approximately, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. That might be at a... Nope. I was going to say that might be a bit of a busted angle, but apparently I can handle it. Alright. So this thing should still have 100 coal in it that it's going to very slowly burn through. 1 every 5.4 seconds. Ah, but look at that. So, apparently, right, it'll pass it through. Okay, no, we're fine. It passes it through before it starts to store it. So, let's just offload that. Actually, let's take 32 with me. That way I've got something to power the truck on the other end. Alright, we're good. Now I can just start to store coal, and I'll have more than I know what to do with in a minute. Now we can go back and set up our next milestone for steel production and whatnot. I don't know if there's anything else I really want to go exploring for while I'm out here. Could probably go looking for some more slugs and find a few, but I don't really feel like I need them right now. I really want to upgrade the logistics on these things. Conveyor belts, by the way, they're a whole thing for us. I mentioned needing a faster conveyor belt. They come in Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 varieties so far that I've found. Mark 1s are what we've been using. Oh, I still got quartz to research too, don't I? Mark 2s do move faster, but here's my problem with the Mark 2s. I don't need copper ore right now. They need reinforced iron plates to be used, and those are not easy to produce quickly. So they tend to bother me. Pure limestone. So I don't really like those quite so much, but the Mark 3s, once you've got steel production up and running, are constructed out of steel beams, which take a lot less effort to produce. You basically just need to smelt steel in a foundry and then immediately turn it into steel beams, and just like iron plates, those steel beams turn into Mark 3 plates, and the Mark 3s go way faster. So Mark 3 is the ideal conveyor belt in pretty much every way. Alright, so this bacon agaric is now something I can find.
Amanita lardum or bacon agaric can be added to the object scanner catalog after unlocking the new blueprint in Up Tier 1.
So apparently quartz I can't do anything with yet. Kind of a bummer. Alright, offload that. I don't need alien organs. I don't need raw quartz. I don't need pale berries. I don't need all of those. I don't need that. The rest of it I'll keep for now. Alright. Conveyor walls. What's in 2? Obstacle clearing, jump pads, walkways, color gun, logistics mark 2, which I don't really care about and don't really want. Logistics mark 3, which are the mark 3. Yeah, 270 resources per minute. The mark 2s do 120 per minute, but again, they're really a huge pain in the butt to research. So, steel production's next. And it's not cheap. But I think I need motors for something, don't I? No, these both use rotors. Never mind. Alright. Cool. Well, sadly, I'm actually about out of time for this episode, so there's not much more I can do in this one. How are we looking on these, though? I got another 20. I think they can be stored in stacks of up to 50. But I'll just take the 21 for now and maybe make use of them somewhere. Alright, well, we made progress. We've got our coal stuff set up. We just need to get the trucking stuff put together so that we can actually ship it back and forth. So what I think I will probably try to do in between episodes here, assuming we don't start recording multiplayer and just replace these with that, is I'm going to build trucking stations on both sides, and I'll build the truck itself, but I'll probably try to wait till I'm ready to record another episode, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like to actually record a pathway and watch the thing complete its journey. And then we can start making this coal-powered, this whole thing coal-powered. I can, set up the trucking station over here and basically just do away with these biomass generators entirely. With the number of slugs and things I've got, if I can get 1 or 2 trucks shipping back and forth fast enough, we could just set the whole thing onto a coal generator and max that to 250% capacity, and I imagine we could run every machine out here just on those. So, that's our plan. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I love this game. I am very excited to play it with friends and do some episodes that way, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. If you are, please make sure you hit that like button. Feel free to leave any comments down in the section below, questions, productivity advice, anything you guys like. I'm willing to listen. Would love to hear what you think. So, you guys know the drill. See everybody in the next episode. Catch you guys later.